Hi guys, thank you for watching The Royal We. My name is Kevin, and healing from narcissistic abuse is not just about listening to some guy tell you what narcissistic abuse is all about and what you should do about it. Healing from narcissistic abuse requires that you understand that there is a community of people going through exactly what you're going through all over the world. Listen, I take phone calls on a daily basis from people of all different races, of all different languages, all over the world, and I hear a lot of the same similar things when it comes to narcissistic abuse. It's for this reason I want to share some of these phone calls with you so that you can walk away with some insight from somebody else who has been in possibly an identical situation as you, but is at a different stage in that relationship. So let's go ahead and go to that phone call. Barbie, are you there?
Hey, I'm here.
Thank you so much for being on The Royal We. I appreciate you taking the time to do this and to talk to the YouTube audience out there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your relationship, the first relationship with the narcissist and the second chance relationship. Tell us a little bit about it.
I met him, I had never been on a dating site for the year and a half that I was single. I was very reluctant about things like that. I did not date. I hadn't been on a single date. I'd only ever been, with the same person my whole life. So I was very reluctant to do that, but I was trolling a dating site one night. You can troll these sites.
You were trolling the site.
I was trolling the site, and I was doing a little fishing and looking around, and I wasn't subscribed. But I came across this person, and I was like, "Wow, okay, I'm liking this." So I did a 1 month. Oh no, it was like a 5-day subscription because they wouldn't allow you to message anyone unless you were a subscriber. So I was like, okay, 5-day subscription.
Okay.
I messaged him, and we set up a time to meet for dinner the following week. But immediately, what happens apparently on these dating sites is people will immediately exchange numbers, and then the text thing starts.
Okay.
So we obsessively text the whole week before we, met.
Was the texting a lot of love bombing? What was the typical text from this guy?
I can tell you that the texting, at the time I didn't see it, but now, looking back, the texting was an information gathering expedition on his part. He was literally learning everything about me before he met me the first time. Mm-hmm. And so, of course I was an open book because I'm a talker anyway. And so I pretty much, had gone over all the things in my life, this, that, and the other, nothing highly Personal, but definitely he had a good feel for the fact that I was a very good target.
Let me say something real quick to the audience, because I did make a video on this. Being nurturing, caring, loving, and empathic people, we tend to be open books. We really do. We tend to be very quick to get ourselves naked. And I'm not talking about just, I'm not talking about physically. I'm just talking about emotionally. We're able to be vulnerable. It's a unique gift. Right. We're just okay with just throwing up ourselves out there. And this is something in time, especially after we deal with narcissistic abuse, that we need to learn to reserve. We need to learn that there is a time and a place to and a very cautious way of letting our intimate things out. We can't just go and throw it out and get so naked with everybody, because things can and will be used against you, right?
Here's the crazy thing about it. Okay, so we had this initial date. We did not come home and have sex and all that. I was like, okay, this was fun. Let's get together again. Mm-hmm. And he immediately, and this is the clever part of it, he immediately, after we had 2 dates, did like an initial discard where he said, I have to go out of town for, 2 weeks. I'm going to go see family. Looking back, I highly doubt that he went anywhere. But it was to make me sit for 2 weeks and go, wow, that was awesome. I can't wait to see you again. So, this discarding business, it can come in so many different forms. So I sat for 2 weeks and just pined for this person that I barely knew, which is exactly what I did. I mean, I went through an entire Thanksgiving holiday, but giving no attention to anything but the fact that, I couldn't wait to see him again.
Wow.
So long story short, we were married in January.
How much did you really know Other than him making you feel really good on the first date and him going away, how much did you know about him?
Yeah, I knew nothing. And here's the thing. We were living in my house, driving my car, spending my money. I had a business that I had nurtured for 28 years that was successful. I had a perfect credit score. I had no debt. And at the end of 4 years, because he actually left and went back to Europe, I went to the grocery store and came home and he was gone. And for 6 months, I had no idea where he was.
He just left.
I literally...
So your first marriage with him...
He
just up and left one day?
He just disappeared, was cleaned out, had an entire band of monkeys help him plan it, orchestrate it, maneuver, follow through, plane tickets, rental cars.
Wow.
And doing that, it left me incapacitated on the sofa for 21 days. I didn't eat. I just laid there. I honestly was just waiting to die because I was that traumatized. But long story short, once the money ran out, I started hearing from him again. And then, who would ever believe that I would do that all over again? But I did. I did it all over again because I was willing to be miserable, in a relationship over being miserable alone. And it's definitely not, it's not logical thinking. It's like your video about, experience, wisdom, knowledge. I was stalking Facebook daily for hours. I was just trying to look at everything he was doing.
Right.
And he had immediately added all of his exes onto his Facebook and was having inappropriate conversations with them. So I would then drink a bottle of wine and contact all these women. And, it was insane. I was like out of control with the jealousy and the anger and the hurt. Right. And at that point, what he was doing was working because what he was doing was trying to get me to want him back. Well, it worked. I didn't want them to have him. I wanted him back.
I want to let the viewers know that it's important to understand how this particular narcissist worked. Obviously, from the story, he came in emotionally with excitement, with the love bombing, with the sex, with things are great, to immediately leaving, which shifted the emotions from excitement to pain and suffering, which is also more emotions. So you can see that in this relationship, it was nothing but emotion, from emotion to emotion. And it keeps you locked. It keeps you locked in a world of nothing but emotion. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's true anymore. You have no facts about the person or even about yourself. You lose yourself in this, and you're just caught up knowing that at one day you were excited, and now you're hurting and devastated.
Right.
And that's
and
where
you want that back.
Mm-hmm.
And you want that love bomb phase to come back. So then, the whole time that we were rekindling, he would never even allow us to talk on the phone. Now this is where it gets really crazy, and I'm probably one of the most far out examples out there. He would only talk to me on game chat. Like, we played a game together. We would chat because these games have chat. That's the only way he would talk to me. That's how I rebuilt a relationship with this person with no conversation, never seen each other in person, because we were he was in Europe, just game chat. And it's insane, like, that I literally handed my life back to someone who didn't even have time to take a phone call from me and wouldn't. He would not take a phone. He would say things like, I don't have good Wi-Fi connection, I'm out of data. I need you to send me money. I'm out of data on my phone. So, you send money, then there's still no phone. I literally rebuilt my life with a person on game chat. So
I've never heard of game chat, but okay.
Well, it's like if you play games on the internet, they have like little chats where you can chat with the person you're playing with.
Okay.
And, you certainly don't build your life with someone chatting in a chat block, on a game, but I did that.
So did you remarry after this?
So he comes back over for a week trial, on my dime, of course.
And what did that look like?
And, well, here's the crazy thing about that week. So the first thing I do when he gets here is, get him a new iPhone. And then, 2 months later in February, he's back for good. And we were married in March.
Again. So
and
you remarried.
Again, I remarried immediately. In fact, I wanted to get married in New York City, so we flew there. We got our marriage license in New York City.
With all the money? Who's the one with all the money here?
I paid for all of it.
It sounds like you were flying this guy around. You're buying him iPhones, and you're paying for weddings in New York.
because I thought it was, I had a second chance. And so if I did it right this time, and if I was better, and if I bought him more things, and if I took him more places, and we did more things together, and, it would work this time. And it must have, because he actually said to me the second time he came back, the reason I'm coming back is because I can see that you've changed.
You went all in. You dropped yourself completely.
Yeah.
You emptied yourself completely, and you put everything on the table, including all your finances. You bought him everything.
Yep.
And then, and also, I wanted to talk a little bit about the sex life. And I know that it's marriage, and so, but even still, I want to talk to you about the sexual aspect of your marriage. What was really going on? Because this is a part where you were, I take it, you were putting everything and then some out on the table all the time, serving and serving and serving. But it wasn't necessarily for the right reason, was it?
No. Well, at the time it was like, I thought, this is great. This is, he's into this, and we're grounded. Women, sex is something any able body can do. It's
Absolutely.
like I equated that with love. I thought, well, this is how, we express love. And, really to a malignant narcissist, it has nothing to do with love.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you use sex in this relationship? Because we've had conversations before, and you were open about a lot of the stuff. Did you use sex as an expression of love, or were you using sex because you felt like you weren't getting any love? Were you chasing love?
Yeah, I was definitely chasing love, for sure. And I felt like, well, if we've got an A game going in the bedroom, and we did, it was out of the park. I felt like, that will make me feel love. That will get me love. But, it just doesn't. It didn't mean anything to him. Like, it really didn't. It meant nothing. In fact, it was like the harder I tried with that, and the more I pursued it at those, fun levels and those great levels, the more it just began to look like I could see a lot of boredom and even withholding at some point.
So with everything, you would buy new toys, you would spend money, and it would be exciting for a little while, but then it would lose its excitement. And the same thing was happening in the sexual aspect of the relationship. As you were giving and giving and giving, you found yourself having to do new things and experience new stuff and offer yourself in new ways because it was not good enough, right? It continued to not be good enough.
It was never enough. And it was never enough. And, that's the conclusion that I've come to. And the place that I'm at, it's been a little over a year since the second discard. And, I did the publication, divorce again. It's been a little over a year. But, it's taken me a long time. But it's to realize that it just doesn't matter what you do, what you put. It will never be enough because here's the crazy irony in that, though. It will never be enough because they'll never be enough. And realize that, you don't have to give up 5 years of your life for these people. Like, don't give up another day for them. And I know that is hard. It is hard. Look at me. It's been 5 years and I've gained nothing. In fact, I lost everything. So, and I'm alone, I'm alone and have nothing going forward except I still have on the inside of me what was always there, and so that's what we have to hang on to. So we win. It may not look like it. It may look like that other person's winning. They're not winning. Could you sleep at night if that's how you treated people? That's not a win.
Heck no. They live in their karma. They live in their constant karma.
Right.
They're constantly dodging real relationships, dodging truth. It's a constant lie. It's inevitable. It's going to blow up in their face at some point,
Right.
But the goal is for you and for me and for everybody watching this video. The goal is to not be around to watch that happen. You should be at a place where it no longer even matters, that we don't care, because ultimately that's what's going to cause it to blow up in their face. Is once nobody cares anymore about what they do and leaves them alone and shuts the door out, sends them on their way to figure out their own life. It's not your responsibility to be someone's parent.
Isn't.
It's not. Well, listen, Barbie, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, for just sharing your wisdom, for sharing your beauty with the YouTube community, for being able to be candid and open and honest. I know that it's going to help a lot of people. So thank you so much.
I hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
And
keep doing what you're doing.
I will. I'm going to keep on keeping on.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Right on. Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for watching the Royal.
Yes, thank you for watching the Royal We. I want to let you guys know that I am almost finished with the course. It's going to be available pretty soon, and I'm excited to be able to offer that to you guys. I also want to let you guys know that I'm thankful for all of your phone calls. You can continue to contact me. It's absolutely free. But for those of you who have demanded that you be able to give back in return, I want to let you know that I have put a donation link on my channel. So you're welcome to donate whatever you would like to donate to this channel. And you don't have to. That's completely up to you. Bless you guys. Thank you. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and we will be back with more right here on the Royal We. While you look at the camera, you gotta stay looking at the camera, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'll say hi and then you say hi. No finger in the nose. You gotta be professional. You win. 1, 2, 3. Hi guys.